Hello everybody, this is the GoldenLockPicker and I'm back at you here with another lock in the vise today. What I have for you guys today is a Euro QA, and specifically this is the Abus C83. Now I picked through this particular lock as well as a Abus C73, and both of these locks are the blue belt version. It's ranked on Lockpickers United as both green belt and blue belt, but depending upon the pinning, the security pinning and key pins, there will be a different classification of the ranking on it. And these happen to have the pins that qualify for a blue belt. So we're going to go ahead and try to pick into it today. And once we get it, then hopefully we'll be able to show you what's going on. I'm using a turner from the Swick in 40,000s. We'll just be using that along the bottom of the keyway here. I'll be using the general reach profile, but I may also switch to the low flat hook from Jimmy Long's in 23,000s. So I'm going to go all the way to the back. I'm going to just try to get a couple of clicks. There we go. It feels good. Got a couple on 5 back there. I feel like I got a click on 4. Not getting anything on 3. We got something on 2, but we had a little, almost felt like counter rotation right out of the gate. All right, and we just tapped on 1, and we'll be falling over into a bit more of a false set. A little more of a click on 3. Okay, click on 4. Feels like we got it. Okay. Click on 2 there. No, nope, no click. I was hoping we would have that. Oh, there we go. Just a little bit of core movement after barely touching 3, so maybe there was a pin hanging there. Okay, got a little bit of a bump there, I believe, on 3, 2. Ooh, there we go. Just a little touch on 4. Okay, I'm going to just switch profiles here. Going with the short flat hook from Jimmy Long's. Oh, just barely a little bit of a touch on 2. And we went over. Okay, a little touch on 3. And I'm feeling something there on 4. I think I'm struggling to get under the pin. There it is. Okay, so it looks like we got 4. All right. Okay, I'm switching back to the general reach profile at this point. And there we go. We just had to tap 3 one more time. And it looks like we got that. Whew, man. This lock requires very, very, very gentle tension. Whew. Good gravy. All right, so let's go ahead and pull this lock out of the vise. And I have taken the liberty. It's already pulled the cam off of the back, but I did put the, as we'll see here, the retention clip back on. So we'll go ahead and make sure that we get that out. Oh boy, if we can. Not sure it wants to come out that way. There we go. Okay, so there it is. And let's go ahead. As you can see, we do have full control of the cylinder there. So let's go ahead and rotate that back. There we go. Okay. And now let's get our pinning tray from 44 Delta. And we will get out our gutting tools. I've actually got them here in my case. My brand new Ghost case from Phantasm Industries. So let's go ahead and get to gutting here. And this part's probably going to be the thing I hate the most. If you guys have a suggestion for how to pull these brass circlips that are on the Euro keyways specifically for Abus, I would love to know, because these things are just a real pain. And I don't know why, but it seems like these ones are a lot tougher than some of the other clips on their other locks. And it can be a real chore to get off. So there we go. All right. Yep, and I butchered that, but hey, it's off. Okay, and then now what I'm gonna do is stick the key in. And we're gonna rotate that. Now we need a follower. So I'm gonna just make sure I get the correct size one. Woo! Got a little antsy there. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and pull that through. And then we're just gonna set that down right there. Okay. And we'll pull the key out. And we're gonna go ahead and dump these key pins first. There's the first one. There's the second. So there's the third, fourth, and fifth. We'll go ahead and set that cylinder there. Let me grab my tweezers here real quick. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to rearrange that and don't worry, I will show you all close up of these pins here very soon. So let's go ahead and now we'll go ahead and get to gutting. Now starting with pin number 1, I'm going to be very careful because these have an orientation to them. There we go. And I'll go ahead and pull the spring for number 1, which by the way, if you have not seen the springs on these Abus Euro cylinders, man, you are missing out. And these pins that I was telling you about they are referred to as a spooled T-pin on Lockpickers United on the belt ranking system. I'm going to go ahead and keep cutting here. We've already got 1 and 2 finished. Okay, there's 3. Going very carefully in order. There we go. Springs are just beautiful. Okay, and so there's pin number 4. Okay. Trying to get the spring out. There we go. Whew. All right, and now we're down to the last pin. There we go. And this one is different. Oops. There we go. That is a serrated security pin. All right, so there we go. And here's our core. And I'll bring the key up. I'm going to make sure to orient all of these properly. There you go. So I'm going to be very careful. And this is the Abus C83. Now, as you notice, it does have serrated key pins on 1 and 2, but if you notice on pins 4, 5, and I believe it's 3, they actually have, they're like beveled edges. They've been sort of rounded down a little bit there. And then in addition to that, the security pins up top, they are a T-pin, but they're spooled, so they can be really deceiving. You can think that you've actually picked it and you're still resting on that edge, that little nub that's there. And there's obviously also that security pin, well, I should say security pin, the serrated pin in the security pin slot for number 5. So it makes for a very challenging pick through. This particular lock, along with the C73, what I found that was really fascinating was even on the 73, they had spooled key pins even, as well as these sort of beveled key pins. And then also in addition to that, all of these T-pins. So they're pretty much a great bang for your buck in terms of difficulty for picking. I honestly am a little bit blown away, frankly, that these do rank only as a blue belt lock, because I think they are fairly challenging, and some of the pinning on them, especially if you get one of those ones that has spooled security pins, or sorry, spooled key pins, and is chocked full of the pins like we just saw here, it can be a real challenge to pick through. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead, tell me your thoughts down below. Is this something that you guys would like to see more of, these Abus Euro cylinders? And I've got some more locks coming on the way. I've also got like a little sneak peek of another blue belt lock up here. I believe it is. Blue belts are green. I think it's a blue. I'll have to remember on that one. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.